Welcome to the Kinkazoid podcast, where we give you your weekly dosage of nasty, freaky, kinky conversation and relationship too. Here's our host. It's your girl, Chase, the C. Hayes. How you say it as long as that flavor stays in your mouth? I'd be mad if you gave this slaughterhouse of a dick to another bitch. Yes, I would be very upset.
Y'all, it's your girl, Royal, no tagline necessary. Just recognize she's a queen. You see the headline. When I say it was a wet spot, I mean it was a wet spot. Like, it was like all encompassing the entire bed or whatever, almost.
Hey, your boy Hubdusa, as they say, giving it to you from the front and the back. Nobody asked you what you like or what you feel works better. I said what works for me.
It's time to start the show. Let's get kinky. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another long awaited episode of the Kinkazoid podcast. It's your girl, Chase C. Hayes. No matter how you say it, as long as that flavor stays in your mouth.
And what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Royal, no tagline necessary. Just recognize she's a queen. It's been a long time since I said that.
Yep. And your boy Hubdusa here, as they always say, giving it to you from the front and the back.
Look at us making it.
Right.
We're doing something here.
We did a thing.
We did a thing.
We did a thing.
The thing, y'all.
I've missed y'all. I mean, I miss.
Oh, you got braids. Look nice.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's definitely been a while. You know, I had a whole child, and while we were gone, you know,
had a whole child.
You know, it's just getting real crazy in these streets. Been getting real crazy. I'm having another baby in the next couple of days. So you've been wifed up. I've been populating. Okay. So
you got bright eyes in the chat and a haunter.
Bright eyes.
No, I don't have any children. These are my children. No, my niece, my baby niece, she just turned well, in 10 days she would be 10 months old. That's scary to say. But yeah, so obviously not since we've been gone, but you know, it's been sporadic. So she's a big girl now at 10 months. And I am going to have a nephew into the world in the next couple of days. So I'm excited.
Your family is growing. That's
Yep. Now I'm just the only child without a kid. So that's nice. But yeah, how's everything going with you guys?
Don't say it like that. There's nothing wrong.
Right.
You're still waiting for the right one. You just ain't just having nobody's children.
At this point, I will find someone just to nut in me. So, how's everyone doing? Everything's great.
Everything is cool. Semester just started back up for me, so I'm back in my classes now. So yay.
Yeah.
Other than that, you know, just been chilling. I don't have nothing really to report.
We had what a summer of summer school and kids not going anywhere and internships and all kinds of.
Okay. Let's pause. When you say kids not going anywhere, you mean that they didn't go on vacation. They stayed here.
Yes, so, they didn't go anywhere. So
no, because you can't say they didn't go anywhere because they've been going places. That's why we ain't been doing this. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's been cool. You know, internships and birthdays and all that great stuff. My oldest daughter just turned 17, so that was something. That was fun. Mm-hmm. I gotta send you pictures. Did I send you pictures? Did I show you pictures?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna send you her little birthday photo shoot pictures.
Mm-hmm. She wanted to be fancy.
Hey, if you only turn 17 once,
all right.
So might as well. Shout out to everybody who's here. 5 people watching. I superbly appreciate it. I know you guys being funny. If there's no video evidence, there's no show. And you know, I understand. It's been a very long time. Summer definitely does take up a lot of time, especially during the weekends. You kind of use whatever time you got, but I think you know when you go back into school starting and fall coming and there's not a lot of vacations and stuff like that, we're able to fall back into somewhat of a regular scheduling program.
Yes, I definitely agree with that because well, shoot, our oldest son, he's graduating high school this year.
Mm.
Yes.
Trent?
Yes.
Boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yep.
my baby. I don't know. I have to get some money together to come see my baby graduate. I can't
Mhm.
miss. I can't miss. Okay.
We got Genocide Circus in here. What's up?
What
He
the fuck is
said,
a weekend? Listen, we don't know what that is either.
as a truck driver, he don't know what no day is. It's just what hall
I
you
don't know what
working.
the fuck it is either. Chase, I sent them in the group chat.
Yeah,
Mhm.
uh, it's
But I
it's
mean, what else? Anything been any? I mean,
I mean,
as a single
we
friend,
literally
anything
haven't
going
had a
on?
show since I'm just saying we haven't had a show since the birthday. So
Right.
I turned a new
Since
age,
before your
32
birthday?
now.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
It's
Hmm.
been that long. Yikes.
Yeah. So I'm 32 now. Woo woo.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
How
nice.
32.
how's the single life stories going?
You know, life be lifing. You feel what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
I feel
So
like
we are just taking
What's up, Mr. Smell
single life,
Good?
one glorious day at a time.
Right Eye
mhm.
says she joined a local BDSM community down
How
in
is
Texas.
that going? Now I have questions. You're gonna have to give us a story time in the Discord. That's what's up though. I haven't even seen like
Oh, these are so pretty.
I know, right?
She's so gorgeous.
But like I haven't ever thought to like explore the local BDSM community because we live out here in like West Bumfuck, and so
In the
I
woods.
feel like I feel like the local BDSM community would be like
Tainted.
very wet.
Very tainted.
Not even necessarily tainted. It would just be I'm gonna just say rural. I'm gonna say it'll be real rural. Bunch of, bunch of good old boys. But I mean, I've never delved into it. Like not the way I would want to. I would think if I wanted to be in a local community or just in a community in general, it would be with people who, were of similar background and stuff. I don't know.
Mhm,
I don't know.
mhm.
You can say that.
Listen, I wasn't trying to say it.
Yeah.
Thinking it was in
Oh,
orders.
before and I'm not going to bring down the mood. We can bounce right back out of it. Before moving on, I do want to say that I did see a certain Facebook status from a longtime watcher of ours recently, and I just wanted to, pour out some love. I don't know if you watch or if you're gonna watch this episode, but we love you and appreciate you. And we're so glad that you're still here, and that's all. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Right?
No, that was all. That was all. Yeah.
I know.
Mhm.
I don't know who she's referring to. So I mean,
It's it
I will still pour out the same love because I don't know who it is. But
is it CJ you're referring
Yes.
to? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, CJ was going through it, so.
Yeah.
um,
So happy they're still here. So
I'm sorry to hear that.
but yeah, how's bedroom life going? Or is that or because since I mean I can't ask you guys separately because separately you're together. So,
Me.
no, okay, all right. Well, anyway,
Uh,
The
um
it is.
role the BDSM and alternative connoisseurs. You know what? And I think that's what I'm afraid of. Uh,
They're going with some things that you ain't ready for.
listen, listen, because I don't want what I don't want to be is the object of somebody's fetishization or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't,
mm,
I wouldn't want that.
Mhm.
mhm.
Um, but the bedroom life has been pretty decent. I mean, I want to say I don't want to say the usual without making it sound like boring because it's not boring, but it's just we good.
Mhm.
Mm,
We good over here. I don't know, cause like I think it's because we had the kids this summer. It wasn't as kinky as I would have liked it
yes,
to be.
yes. Because
But
we don't want to pay for more therapy bills than we already have to.
right, right. And the walls are kind of thin, and so I be trying to minimize the amount of Oh,
Trauma.
Trauma.
trauma. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
minimize the amount of trauma that I
Well,
inflict upon
they
my
say
children. So
they like to see happy parents. So
I mean that's true. They
They
don't.
like to see
I'm
happy
sure
parents. They don't like to
they don't
hear
want to
it.
hear
you
where
want
the
to hear it.
happiness comes from.
Yeah.
That's the part right there. They don't want to hear where the happiness comes from.
This is
So
true. This is true.
Bright
Well,
eyes say
yeah,
that
but you don't want to be hearing your parents fucking. Like, at the
no.
end of the day, like nobody wants to hear that shit. I don't even want to hear my friends fuck, to be honest. Like,
I don't care
I
about
think
that.
you know what's crazy? Like a lot of people think. So because I do stuff like this, I have podcasts like this. I talk about sex all the time, blah blah blah. I feel like people think that I'm very free when it comes to certain situations, certain shit. But I'm not. I'm very closed minded with when it comes to certain things. Me listening to my friends fuck or hearing my friends fuck is something I do not want to indulge in. I don't want to be in the same place where I know somebody's fucking. I don't know what it is about me personally. It's just something I would rather
No.
not hear. It's just I don't know what it is. It's just something I'd rather not hear. Now, if it's like you and your babe made a video or something like that, and you're like, "Oh, you want to watch our video? Okay, cool." Because it's not happening in real
Wait a
time.
minute.
I'm just
So
like,
you don't
I'm
want
just,
to hear
right?
it, but you
Listen,
want to
listen.
see it.
I know that you know how when
She
there's
don't
some
want the
people
chances of juices or anything flying
no,
around.
not even that. It's just one of those things of like I know it's not happening around me. I don't know how else to say that, but like I think it comes from the fact of when I was a freshman, I hooked and they're still together to this day. So shout out to me, okay, Miss Matchmaker. Um, two people like my roommate and my friend, like they got together and it's like that's fine. But they were coming to where it was safe to lay up with each other, which would be our room. Um, while I'm not a light sleeper, but I do hear, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like I don't know if they've ever, and I'm more than sure that they did. And probably some nights I didn't hear it, but there was some nights I heard the giggles and the snickers and the little sounds of kissing and pecking and whatever. And you try to actually go to sleep knowing some shit's going on, like to not even a foot away from you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because our beds were connected by the feet. So like, yeah, nah, it disturbed me. And like I would have to leave the room. I would go outside, walk around the campus, like, just I'm like, go ahead and enjoy your fun, go you do because even when I started fucking with somebody, I didn't do that to her, like, because she was going to his room. So she never had to experience that, situation. And I think that's just where it's been because I've never had to worry about that beforehand, obviously before going to college. So since that's been in my head since then, it's just like I don't like it. That's just personally me. That's
Hmm.
just me.
I mean, I get what you're saying. Like for me, I've always been a person to be like, I don't necessarily care that it's going on, but just don't do it in my house. Like that's how I've always felt. Like even when I was younger, I was like, okay, I mean, I feel that you over here with your boyfriend, but we cannot doing this in my parents' house, or we're not doing this in my house, or nothing like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to be anywhere where anywhere I call home. I don't want it to happen there. Other
Mm-hmm.
than that, I mean, like if I happen to be at your house and then it pops off, then okay, it pops off. If I'm uncomfortable, then I'll just excuse myself or whatever. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't necessarily want it to go down where I lay my head. Other than that, have at it.
I don't
Well, we
yeah,
all know me. I don't give a shit.
we know you
I've
don't give a
hosted
fuck.
things.
Yes, we know, sir.
We know.
We know the type of
I
deviant shit
think
you
it
got into.
also I think it also stems in like if I'm visiting you or if you're visiting me, like I wouldn't want to go to your house and especially when we're in close quarters.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, baby, let's turn around. Let me hit that shit from the back real quick. Blah blah blah. It's like, my nigga, you're all in the room, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all couldn't. I'm not gonna be
Move
here
to the
for 8 days.
side.
I'm gonna
Just
be here
move to
for a
the
day or two, like
side.
just a quick day or two. You know what I'm saying? And if people come to my house, I'm not gonna go out of my way to why I have people in my house. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just me because one, I don't know how to be quiet. If I'm in an area where I don't need to be quiet, baby girl is screaming. Okay, we make noise. So I wouldn't want to silence myself. So
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm a pro at silencing myself at this point. I mean, like, I because of, children and being a homosexual at one point in time in my life, I've mastered the silent orgasm.
yeah. Well, how do y'all feel about when you have people over your house? Speaking of, because Bright Eyes said it, like, are y'all a like take kids out of the equation, okay? Are y'all come be yourself, be comfortable in the house, whatever may have you, or are you like, yeah, there's rules and regulations in this motherfucker. Make sure you do this, do that, do this, do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you more on the freelance of come to my house and be yourself, or more of like the strict like guest or host? I'm sorry, host.
I want to say I'm somewhere in the middle. Like, because I enjoy hosting, you know what I mean? Like, I enjoy having people over. I enjoy cooking for people and all that stuff. But like, respect my house. And I mean, that's pretty much it. That's the end of the rule. Like, I have a friend who comes over and he smokes, but he smokes outside on the balcony because he don't smoke in my house. And people know to not wear shoes in my house because take your shoes off at the front door. Other than that, we can chill, we can play, we laugh, we drink, all that other stuff. My house is your house within reason. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like very strict or anything like that. I just expect a certain level of respect, and that's it.
Hmm. Darren, I guess you just follow suit because you have to.
Gotta, gotta keep the household happy, correct?
Yes. I going to people like I personally don't have because you guys know I'm a homosexual. Well, I'm not. I live at home still, unfortunately. Um, but I personally don't have friends come over my house. Lesson I've learned since high school and college. Um, just because be ear hustling, sometime from time to time, and I don't like that. When it comes to my brother, or whenever when my brother was living here, but then it's me. It's like, what's going on? What you talking about? What's happening? You know what I'm saying? It was just annoying, and especially even when we got older, like in our 20s and stuff, like we're in college and someone said ass or something like that. We were all downstairs and they were like, kiss my ass, I don't care. And obviously I understand, respect the person's house that you're in. Like I get it. But, my mother's like, don't be cussing in my house and I'm just like, yeah, bro, it's slow for that. And then I like when people come to my house to feel comfortable. Like, obviously if you're a friend of mine, yeah, bro. If you want something to drink, get your fucking fat ass up the couch and go get you something to drink out the couch, out the refrigerator. I'm not gonna host you. You know what I'm saying? You're not like this first time person at my crib. But once again, living in homes with moms, she don't want nobody in her damn refrigerator. You feel what I'm saying? So you can't just go do that. You can't just go upstairs and get a snack from the pantry
I
or
kind of feel that
go
too.
and fix yourself a plate off like what I just, even though I cooked it, you can't just go upstairs and fix a plate. I gotta fix the plate for you. I can't, you know what I'm saying? It's different parameters like that where I feel like because I don't, if it was my place and it was my friends, I want you to feel as comfortable as if like this is your home. Like when I go to my friend Brittany's house, that's damn near my house. You know what I'm saying? But I still do oblige to like how she likes to keep her bathroom or her sink or something like that. So I'm not gonna leave something on the table that I would have left, but because I know how she likes to have her place, I still pick up or do certain things like that. I'll
Mhm.
accommodate to how she runs her house, but I still get to be comfortable where that doesn't happen
Mhm.
either. You
What's
know.
up, King?
Well, I mean, I
What's
get
up,
that.
Mo? Hi, Mo.
I feel your mom though on the stay out of my refrigerator, stay out of my pantry type of shit. Because like for me, if I'm hosting something, I've already put everything out for you. You know what I'm saying? Like you, all of the food is there, the plates, cups, napkins, what I'm saying, cutlery, whatever. All of it's there. Everything is there. If you need something, like if you need ice or whatever the case may be, 9 times out of 10, I got the ice out for you too. I don't like people, like even with my kids will tell you, you're not coming from outside and going directly in my kitchen.
Oh
You
no,
need,
for sure,
yeah,
no. Yeah.
yeah, no, like you stop and you wash your hands first
Wash
and
your
foremost.
hands.
Like
Yeah.
that's the first thing you do. But it's
Yeah.
just like, those are my kids. For everybody else, for other people, it's like, I don't know where your hands been. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't tell you, I can't demand that you go in the bathroom and wash your hands for 20 seconds because you're a grown ass person. I can demand that of my children. So if you're coming over to my house to eat, I'm gonna make sure you got everything that you need. You don't need to go in my
Well,
refrigerator
what if
or
it's
my
not
pantry.
like what if it's not you hosting a thing? What is like what if I just came over the crib? Like it's just
If you
like,
just
oh, are y'all busy? No, okay, yeah,
Fridge
you
is
can
right
come
there.
over.
There you go.
the fridge is right there. So if you
That's what I'm
just, so
saying. That's what
I
I'm
think that's
saying.
the
Yeah.
difference. Yeah, I think that's the difference. Because like if I'm hosting, that's one thing. But if you are my friend, if we are close enough to it's for me to say, yeah, you can come over whenever, I don't care, then yeah, the fridge isn't, you know where the fridge is at, you know where the pantry at, you go get your own shit, because we're close enough to where I consider you my family and you could just come in here.
Yeah.
So that's something different. But if I'm hosting, then yeah, then I don't want, nobody needs to go anywhere. Everything is in the central location for you to get whatever it is that you need. Don't go in my refrigerator.
Okay, what about clothes? Because this is when it gets sticky. This is when it gets real sticky. So we all know it's in situations. You got the polka guys going on over there or something?
No.
I'm like,
it's a whole child. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, she's talking about my light.
She's talking about she's
your
talking
light?
about
What
Darren's
happens to your
light is
light?
flickering. It's flickering.
Yes.
Oh.
There's a couple lights in our house. We have a very old house which has old wiring and it's starting to act up.
It's the one in the bathroom too.
Yes, that's what I said.
By the way.
Let me go right quick.
You don't have to. Okay.
Well, you didn't have to go.
You had to go. I was just what the hell? Anyways,
Okay.
so when I say dress, so
I'm still here.
okay, your relationship or whatever may have you. You know how, or if you've ever seen the discourse of like how you should dress going over your girlfriend's house who lives with her man. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I guess that's my question. Like, what's appropriate, what's not appropriate for a woman or a female friend of yours to be wearing in your house, with husband and children included, but like what's appropriate, what's not appropriate.
So, I feel like my best friend and my husband have shared a bed. So, and that's like not often.
Christina, Derek, and Meredith. What is going on here?
So that's actually a very good analogy. But no, I mean, like essentially, me and my friends, if we had gone out one night and I didn't want my friend to drive home, so we were in this was like when our AC was broken, right in the house before we got it fixed. So our guest room was the only room that had AC. And I told her I didn't want her to go home because she was drunk. So we shared the guest room. So we were in there, all three of us in the bed together. So as far as her dress, she can come over here, whatever the hell she want to wear. I mean, it don't really matter to me. And anybody else I invite over here is like I said, a friend or a family member or whatever. So, I don't think I really care how they dress. I feel like my husband ain't really looking at them anyway, so I really don't give a shit. And if he is looking at them, then that's a problem with him, not with them.
Yeah.
So no, I don't have no like. Cause you remember when you were a kid and you like had to dress a certain way when you were walking around the house, like you couldn't wear just a t-shirt or like a short and some shorts and a bra or something like that. Like I don't give a shit about that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because like if my man is looking, that's a problem with my man and not the person that's wearing what they want to wear. So no, the type of dress don't bother me like at all.
Okay. For the most part, I don't really care. Yeah. My kids walk around our house.
None of my kids wear clothes. I swear, like half-ass naked all the time.
But that's how I grew up. Like my mom would say something like, "You don't," because like my oldest brother will talk about me and my brother. Like that like my brother would like, if he's here, he's walking around his boxers. I'm in a bra and panties or like some type of sports bra and like booty. If my brothers are home, or well, more specifically, my older brother, not my oldest, because my oldest acts like thighs, stomach, like he goes into a frantic, right? So my older brother and me, like
Okay.
I'm wearing booty shorts and a sports bra, or I'm wearing a shirt and booty shorts, or whatever. My mother was like, "Candace, can you please your butt hanging out a little bit?" I'm like, "That is my brother. That nigga's walking around here in damn near boxers, okay." We are comfortable. Be happy that you have children who are comfortable, even in their adulthood, around each other. You know what I'm saying? That they have that comfort because, like, we grew up in that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not for nothing. I don't want my kids or I don't want people around me to be desensitized to body parts. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to look at a body part and be like, "Oh my gosh, titties, it's getting crazy in here." Like, no, like just
that's the thing
know
because
that
we were
like
raised with that as a taboo.
yeah, like you
We
just
were raised with that
have
taboo.
we have broad like my whole like family is like more female than it is male, but it doesn't matter. In a household, your mama walking around in her bra and panty getting ready for work. You know what I'm saying? She just got off of work. She's taking off her clothes so she can use the bathroom with the door open. You know what I'm saying?
Not my mama.
You desensitize them to make them feel like this is like a private, shun yourself, don't hide, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, you're teaching them don't touch me not places, no squares, and all this other stuff. But for the most part, be comfortable so that way you're not like, oh my God. Like, no. That's no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, I feel that because we were raised with that as a taboo. Like you're not supposed to show certain body parts. You're not supposed to walk around the house in just a t-shirt when it's men in the house. If a grown ass man is looking at my teenage self in a t-shirt,
that's
that
a
is a
problem for
problem
them.
with him. That's not a problem with me.
Mm-hmm.
So with our kids be like, we joke about it all the time. It's like, do you own, like my boys? I'm like, do you own a shirt? Because my boys walking around with no shirts on, walking around in boxers and stuff like that. And my girls, they just walking around the house in t-shirts. And I'm like, okay, this is apparently the naked house. But, it's we don't have an issue with it because, this is their house and we want them to be comfortable. And I mean, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you this while we're talking about, being dressed a certain way. So I say, I don't care how my friends come, how they come over dressed or whatever. But for you, because I know I saw this post recently where this lady was like, when her husband has male company, she leaves the room or whatever, or she, changes the way that she's dressed or whatever the case may be. And for me, okay, this is just me, thinking like our friends and all that and everything. Even when the men come over, these my niggas too, okay? These my homies. So why am I hiding myself away to make
Why are you gonna be uncomfortable in your own house?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would I be uncomfortable in my own house? So I just wanted to make sure me and you were on the same page. Like if I'm in shorts and a t-shirt or something like that, and somebody comes over, am I cool to stay in my shorts and a t-shirt, or do I need to go upstairs and throw some sweatpants on or something?
You're fine. You know me. It's not that I don't care, but it's like no.
But you don't care. That's the whole thing. It's not that you don't care about me. It's just like that type of situation just don't make no sense.
It's just certain things that make sense to worry about, and some things don't.
Right.
Worrying about no, I'm not worried about that. Because what I have to worry about is if y'all start talking and doing things without me. Then we got to talk about stuff of that nature.
And that ain't me.
Yeah. So are we going to talk about the elephant in the room? Are we going to talk about these damn escapades that have been happening in social media recently?
Which escapades? It's been a lot of shit.
People catching things and showing it all over the place.
Oh, Barnacle Boy.
Yes.
So yeah,
I'm so glad I did not watch the video. I heard about it though.
I did.
I watched
it. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, there was a gentleman who was in a, I don't know if they were in a full-fledged relationship, but allegedly they were in a relationship of some kind, and the lady stepped out on him and messed with another guy. He finds out or whatever, or she tries to leave him, something of that nature, and he decided to expose her. But while exposing her, he literally
Explode.
exposed
Oh,
himself and said, you know, you guys think you know this person and who she is, I ain't shit to fuck with, blah blah blah. And then he says this is what she likes sucking on, and proceeds to show a shrimp shriveled up, herpes infested penis. And when I
that's
say infested, I don't know if you guys are into watching any seafood channels or like lobster or like crab catches or, you know, the wildest catch shows or stuff like that. There are some people who do it on TikTok and they'll show like what barnacles are. And barnacles are basically like they're literally like bot flies. They're bot flies of the sea. That's what barnacles are. They're bot flies of the sea. So you know, bot flies, they like land on the host, they drop their eggs, and then they bury themselves into their host until the host basically draining of all their, you know, life, like life sources, until they die. And that's basically what barnacles are. It literally looked like barnacles on the tip, the shaft, the base, the balls, everything.
everywhere.
And
On
it
the
looked like it was
sofa, all
something
that
like
shit.
Babe, you looked at that
force.
too?
Yes, I seen it.
There, it wasn't a picture.
It
It was a
wasn't. It was
video.
definitely a
It
video.
was a video. It was a video. Um, in some
Showing his
portions,
face and then switching. Yeah,
yeah,
it
in some portions, it looked like it was ripped on the side. I don't know. It was just really, really gross looking. It's almost like if you've ever taken, which we all should have, taken a sex education class, and you know how they show you the most
the worst that could happen.
disgusting and the worst graphic picture of a situation ever to scare you. That was his. It was like blue waffle but a dick.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
Literally that. And so he posted it. He posted it. He said, "Yeah, fuck with me." So, and then allegedly he also has HIV. I don't know. But yeah, so he was just saying, like, you guys, you know, you want to move on, you want to leave me, blah blah blah. This is what she likes sucking on. This is what she sucks on all the time, and yada yada yada. I,
That's some nasty shit.
It was.
but
It definitely
yeah, but
was.
there's been also a lot of shows and everything coming out too about people like I seen something where a doctor, OBGYN, was talking about how she had an experience where she was in her residency period of time that a young lady came in. She was getting um checked, like it's her last little check before giving birth, and the doctor came in and lifted up, you know, the sheet and took a flashlight to her vagina. And the boyfriend's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Why are you using a flashlight? Why do you need a flashlight to look at her coochie? Like, what the fuck? I've never, like, I didn't know that y'all need to examine her like this." So they have to keep kind of mum to the word and quiet. And so the doctor's looking at the patient's looking at the doctor's looking at the boyfriend looking at the doctor, everybody's just looking at each other in the room. And he's like, "Why the fuck y'all need a flashlight?" And he's like, "We just need to make sure mom's okay down there so we don't have any risk for tearing or scars." In actuality, if they seen in your blood work that you have HSV2, which is more commonly known as like herpes, oral
Herpes.
herpes, or genital herpes,
Mm.
they have to ensure if you are having an
They pick
outbreak or
up.
anything, because if you are, you have to get a C-section in order not to pass it on to the baby when they're coming out the canal.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't say it to the boyfriend because obviously the boyfriend don't know.
Apparently.
So I'm like, ugh. And I
Lord have
seen someone in the
mercy.
comment section that was like, "You would be so surprised how many women I've seen coming pregnant knowing that they have herpes and they just don't tell their partner. They don't say anything." And
Crazy. Craziness out here just not
STIs
telling
is
people.
a, yeah, STIs is a real thing, people. Like
It is, man, I'm trying to figure out why it's becoming, and not even becoming, but I mean, because it was always a thing. Like people always did this, but now you see it more often than not of people hiding their status. Like the dude on TikTok where he was like he not about to keep telling women that he got STDs. First of all, I mean,
This
dude
was
is jacked up in the face anyway. He got teeth missing and everything. Like I'm sure y'all know who I'm talking about. But
oh,
dude has STDs, and he said he about to just go in there and cut the lights off, and you ain't gonna see no discharge or nothing like that. So you literally exposing people to your shit on purpose. And I mean, like in some cases, I know I've seen, especially with HIV, people are being prosecuted for shit like that because this is
Yeah.
like it feels like malicious intent to me.
mhm.
If you're not telling me, especially with HIV, and you're not telling me that you have HIV, and now I've been exposed, and now I have that shit too, I'm definitely pressing charges.
Or other situation.
Like that other situation where this unalive dude at his family picnic because for 2 years, okay, for 2 years, she's taking this dude back and forth to his doctor's visits. And she wasn't going in there with him because he, assuming that he told her that that he has sickle cell.
Sickle
So
cell,
she's
yeah.
thinking that he has sickle cell for 2 whole years. Okay, 2 whole years. I'm being a devoted girlfriend. I'm taking you back and forth to your doctor's visits. We having, unprotected sex or whatever the case may be. We getting it in on a regular basis. We have this whole life together for 2 whole years, and then comes to find out, she goes to the family picnic and the cousin comes up to her and she says to her, it's so good that he found somebody to be with him in his condition. I'm really happy for y'all. It really takes a special woman. And she's like, yeah, it's just sickle cell. And the cousin like, he don't have sickle cell, he has HIV. Like getting that bomb dropped on her by the cousin. And she go over there and she start arguing with the mom, him and his mama, ends up shooting his mama and unaliving him in the family picnic. And it's like,
Oh, and the
I
cousin
don't
got
want to
out.
say it
The
was
cousin hit
justified.
deuces when she realized, oh,
Right,
I'm
because
gone.
of course. And I listen, I know the cousin knew she was being every little bit of messy. Because why, like, on the one hand, why would you expose him? But on the other hand, she should have somebody had to expose his ass. But it's like the whole situation is fucked up, and you can really alleviate stuff like that by just being truthful about your fucking status.
Because some people honestly don't care. They'll take PrEP to lower the chances of transmission. Um, and there's also a medication, I forget what it is called, but there's also a medication that people who have herpes or yeah, Lord,
HSV.
HSV2, thank you. That there's a medication that they take to lower the chances of them spreading it to the next person. Doesn't mean it's
Right.
not possible, but it does lower the chances greatly. Along with them taking their medication to help them with it and help any outbreaks or anything like that. But there are some people who it is what it is. Like, I love you, I care for you. We just have to be extremely careful. And I don't want people to think that people are going, oh, what? Stay away from me. Like, this is not the 80s anymore. It's not the 90s, it's not the early 2000s. We understand that being homosexual does not only mean that you have a chance of getting HIV. And then also,
Mhm.
it doesn't mean that just if you're out here just popping your mouth on dick to dick or coochie and coochie, doesn't mean that you're least like, or whatever the case may be, to get, herpes. Like, I'm just saying, it's one of those things where if I have a choice, I'm going to choose the safer option, which is unfortunately not dealing with the person who has to go through that process and who does have that. Like, no one willingly is looking at these two things and saying, I'm going to take the chance and the risk of getting it because I love you. It's a lot of conversation. It's a lot of conversation that happens. Hence why, I only have one sexual partner, but I get checked every 3 to 6 months. And it always concerns me when I do make these appointments at my doctor's office just to get checked. And they're like, so, like, are you in here because you're noticing something? Is there something flared up? And I'm like, nope, just being an adult and getting a check,
Shit, bright eye said it.
and
Red eye said it too.
and it's just like one of the things is like and that's the thing. People stop doing it when they get into a relationship, and I don't believe that you should. I
Mm-mm.
mean, I would hope like you're not creeping out and you're not getting something from someone, and I hope that I'm not creeping out and getting something from someone. But at the end of the day, I know what I'm doing with my body 24/7. I don't know what you do with your body 24/7. Even if you're my man and you are devoted to me and you love me down to the ends of the earth, I don't know. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's just one of those things where I have to keep my body protected. And I hate when you go to the doctor's office, it almost seems like they are interrogating you on why you want to check and make sure that your body is okay. If I'm actively doing something in these streets that I enjoy with the person that I'm with or multiple partners, whatever the case may be, but I want to make myself safe, be like, you know what? That's great job for coming in and wanting to make yourself like, no, like yes, please do. We don't have enough people who come in here asking to get tested. They only get tested once a year because it's part of their full workup that they have for their physical. Like, I appreciate you coming here multiple times throughout the year. Like, even if you've had the same partner, like, I appreciate you instead of making it seem like, oh, this is like your third time coming in this year. Is this a new partner? Like, stop making it seem like I'm just out here fucking Tom, David, and Harry. No, I want to ensure that I'm good. And then stop making it seem like I'm asking you to draft me into the damn. I can get drafted in. I can get into the military easier than having the doctors put herpes on the damn test, which
No,
is
but that's
crazy.
fact though, because
Yeah.
so they don't really test for herpes like that anymore. And I think because people having herpes has become so commonplace that they're just no longer doing it.
It
So because even with my gynecologist, like you have to ask for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I want all the blood work. I want all the tests done. I want everything.
and it don't
So
matter how good your insurance is either.
it don't
Mhm.
matter how good your insurance is. The insurance is not a factor. They just stopped doing it, and I think it's because of the psychological effect that it has on people when they learn that they have
Exactly, Mo.
something like herpes. I mean, because even though herpes is a lifelong thing. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no cure for herpes. It's not gonorrhea. It's not chlamydia. You can't take something and then it's gone. Herpes is forever essentially, and I
Mhm.
think that's why they stopped telling people about it so much, because it causes psychological effects, which it still don't make no sense to me, because now you got people going out here who don't know their fucking status at all. And if I've been to the doctor, I need you to tell me everything that's wrong with me. So good for you for getting the checks, good for you for asking for the stuff that you need to ask
Yeah.
for, because if you don't ask for it, you're not going to get it.
How do you know? But my thing, and my other thing is too. I like every time I do, and I go, oh, can you just make sure? Here's the thing about me. If I just assume that this is part of the study, I don't ask any questions, right? So if I go into a clinic or if I go into my doctor's office and I said, I just want to, or I want to make an appointment for a sexual health check. I just want a STI testing, in my brain, every STI known to man is being checked off in that panel. You know
That's
what I'm
just
saying? I'm not going to think that when I'm going getting my blood drawn and I'm peeing in a cup that herpes is not part of that testing, because herpes is an STI. If
Hmm.
HIV is on there, why is not herpes? Like, it doesn't
Right.
it doesn't make any sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe because one is like it, at points it was like an immediate death, you know what I'm saying, and then one is kind of like you just deal with it. But at
Right.
the same time, this is something that I would like to know about. Why are you inquiring why I want to, like, and this is literally it. I'm like, oh, can you just make sure that the herpes is on that testing too? Well, we don't typically test for herpes just because when we do, people usually have HSV1, and that's the one that nearly almost a lot of people have. You can get that from like a first boyfriend, or giving somebody a kiss on the cheek, or like it just happens like a lot. So we don't want to put anybody in a fear and give that call and they're scared and whatever. So we typically don't do that. Okay, great. Put it on the panel. Well, do you feel like you have it? Are you having flare ups? Like, is it because you would
What kind of
know?
question is that?
You
What
would
if it's a
know.
person
You
who
would
doesn't know?
know. Like
What if
you
it's a
would
person who
know if
doesn't
you
know?
have it. Like you, and I'm like,
what if the person that doesn't know? So like, so say for instance, you know what I'm saying, you have a, say if you, for instance, if you have a symptom and you want, you know, you want to just get it checked out. I don't know what it feels like. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know, you know, what the issue is, especially if you're dealing with somebody like young who doesn't have the education, you know what I mean, and doesn't know what this STI entails, what type of symptoms you're looking for, anything like that. If I don't know what I'm looking for, how do I know if I'm having a symptom? How do I know if the symptom that I'm feeling is a part of this or not? Test me so I can have all the answers.
Mm-hmm.
because I seen a video of a woman who said, "I'm having a herpes flare up." No, it's not on my mouth. You don't see anything. No, it's not on my vagina. That woman opened up her armpit and had 2 to 3 little tiny bumps in a circle. And until she pointed at it, you wouldn't know that that's what that was. You would have thought it was just an irritation from deodorant or something like that. And I think it's just like, you know, she might have like wiped her mouth and then went like this or something like that or whatever. But like she was saying, sometimes the outbreak, because it's in your system, the outbreak doesn't only come out on your mouth or on your genitals. The outbreak can come out wherever on your body. It's in your system. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like she was having an outbreak in her armpit. You feel what I'm saying? So not just so like you just said, what if I don't know what that is? What if I don't know what that looks like? What if I've had been experiencing these and I didn't know it was that all the time? I thought I was getting
under your arm. How am I supposed to? I could just like these razor bumps or something. Like, how do you know?
You just got itchy blood. What you talking about?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's like people they stop putting it on the panel because they're like, you know, and I remember when a doctor called me, she goes, "Candace, I just want to let you know it's the HSV1. So that's the one where everybody," I was like, "Oh, okay, girl, you call me like it was a fucking death sentence or some shit. Bitch, if it didn't have 2 behind it, I'm cool. I'm Gucci." Like the one, because and then I thought about it and I'm like, well, who would have had it been? Right? Like that now you start going in your mind, and it's not because I'm like scared, but it's just like you start going, but I'm like, wait a minute. My first like official boyfriend used to get cold sores all the time. It definitely was from that motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it could have been earlier from my aunts, my uncles giving me kisses as a baby, or like, you know, it happens. You feel what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. We need to stop acting like it's, bitch. If I need to know I have chlamydia, I need to know I have chlamydia, right? I can get over chlamydia. Chlamydia can get treated, right? It's treatable. You know, I mean, it can turn to something toxic, but it's treatable, right? Okay, cool. Why wouldn't you want me to know about some shit that's gonna last forever?
Because they say they pretty much have the logic. Well, she got it, so I mean, nothing she can do about it.
Nothing she can do about it, you know.
Like it's so crazy.
It's not like we're gonna give you a treatment for it. It's just, hey,
like she's not gonna die. She'll be okay. It's all right.
Right. But this is why we say, please, like mother of pearl, please go get yourself tested. Advocate for yourself at these appointments, whether they're at a clinic or your PCP. Make sure that they add that to the testing, and also, and just in any scope, ask your doctors about anything that they're testing you for. Yeah, okay, I went for my physical, I got tested. What does this mean? What is the low lipids? What is high lipids? What is the cholesterol? What is this? What is that? I think if we need to start taking accountability for our own health and finding out what this means, because when my test comes, like I've worked in hospitals in and out for years, but when I go to a physical and I look to see what the ranges are, I'm looking up every single acronym, what this means, what that is, what's the normal range that this is, blah, blah, blah. Because you know why? I have to take my health in my hands. You're telling me, oh yeah, your cholesterol's only this, so you're fine. Okay. I go and look it up. Bitch, I'm damn near about to have a stroke. What do you mean? Because everything else is okay. That's how you.
They try to say, oh, because for your age range and
yeah, like no.
I'm
a fat black nigga woman. I need to know everything that is going on in my body. So I'm Googling, I'm researching, I'm whatever. And not to be funny, the reason why you see a whole lot of black people in the medical field, and, you know, we kind of get the rep like we're, you know, LPNs, we're CNAs, we're like, yeah, motherfucker, because we have to take care of our own health because y'all don't look out for us. So you're gonna have so everybody who is black has a resignated doctor or nurse in their family, if something's going on with them, they go to them first before they even call their doctor's office and ask them, hey, I'm having symptoms of this. Am I okay? What's going on here? Even if you go to the doctor's office, I guarantee you calling your cousin Pat, who been an RN since 1994. Like, what's this? What's that? Is this going on? Whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. Think about how many times you've been sick. Your siblings been sick. This been sick. Even if this person has never worked in a medical field, they know exactly how to treat the sickness, how to treat the cold, how to treat this. You know why? Because we've had to adapt ourselves to becoming medical professionals, even though we're not, in order to take care of ourselves. So please advocate for yourself. Advocate for your body. Fat black nigga woman. Thank you, Mo. FBNW. I should put that on a t-shirt. FBNW.
Yeah.
Fat black nigga woman.
Let's go.
Even though the black takes care of the nigga,
Sometimes you gotta put a little extra.
You gotta give it to him. You gotta give that.
Try that shit home.
Okay. I'm not just a fat black. I'm a fat black nigga woman. Okay. I don't walk into court. I don't walk into courtrooms. I put Timbs in motherfucking faces. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's just what it is.
Somebody dragging a body across the ground?
That's what it sounds like.
Yep, my bad.
That's exactly
you dragging bodies across the ground?
I did.
Oh, okay. Really quick. I don't know if you guys have you have narcolepsy? Dang, that's crazy. Wait a minute. So, you know what? Never mind. Well, I'm glad that you found out your diagnosis, because I was going to ask a really dumb question, but I'm glad you found out your diagnosis and that you are able to deal with it the best way you can now. I totally know how you feel. Did you guys see the post about the guy finding out that his daughter wasn't his?
You gotta be
okay. I'm about to say,
here it is. So, this man, has since 2014, right? They had found evidences of in Twitter since 2014, whatever. He'll tweet like, "Man, I can't wait to settle down and have kids. I'm gonna be super happy when I do that. Oh, if I have a daughter, that's gonna be lit. I would love to have a daughter. Oh, I can't wait to meet the woman of my dreams, blah, blah, blah. Man, I can't wait to be a dad. This is gonna be great." Like, all positivity of just wanting to be a dad, wanting to be a family man, just like wanting to have that love, right? Okay, we get to 2024. Put out the tweets, "Yo, bro, I'm about to be a dad, and there's a girl, bro. I'm super excited. I can't wait. And like you're putting out these updates, man. She's like 6 months along, she's 8 months along. My baby girl's coming. I'm so excited. You go out and you're buying little things and you're picking out the name in your head, like, super excited. Think about it. It's been 10 years. Now, let's just say he was 18 when he's writing this, okay? We 28 now, okay? We ready to have this baby, okay? All right, she's in labor. Oh man, I can't wait. Da, da, da. She comes out. Oh, this is so great. Blah blah. Post picture, holding baby, looking at baby lovingly. Oh man, look at me and my baby girl. Blah blah blah.
Look at my black baby as I'm white.
Okay, no. Look at my baby. This is beautiful. Blah blah blah. Quotes the tweet maybe a couple of days to a week later on. Turns out she's not mine. Ball up.
Oh,
we fighting. We in Fight Club.
And everyone on the internet is saying that this is the classiest man that they have ever met in their life. This man didn't crash out. He didn't go on a fuck that bitch rampage. He said, turns out she's not mine. Ball up. Now, I think ball up, I think that's what it is what he says. Ball up is kind of like, it is what it is. Fuck it. shit. Like you know,
There's nothing
whatever.
else you do. It's like,
There's
hey,
nothing you can
well, I
do.
thought I had a
I'm
baby.
like,
But I don't.
imagine you've been saying this since 2014. Oh, I can't wait, blah, 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 blah. And this is your first time that it's coming to fruition. Like, this is happening.
Like,
And it comes out, it's not yours.
Mm.
Eek.
Mm.
Eek. Eek. That is.
so he must have been one of those states that does mandatory blood testing.
And you should. I don't care if my husband is my husband. I have seen now 2 situations in real life with people I know or know of, like, you know, their family are connecting later on, that they have been married for 10, 20, 30 years, or they have a 17-year-old. And out of nowhere, oh, she's not mine. What the hell? Going to the hospital because of a situation. Couldn't find out your blood match, your blood types don't match. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or, oh, you know, I had this woman with this baby. I've been asking for 6, 7 years to ensure that this girl is mine. I don't know why he didn't take her before him, but that's beside the point. Kind of find out, yeah, not mine. So yeah, this has happened. This has happened in my family. It's happened to friends I know. That this has happened. So I don't care. You should. Everyone should get that. Yeah, your road of a ball up top. Thank you, Mo, so much. But yeah, nah, that's fuck that shit.
I had all my children blood tested. I can't say nothing. Even though, even if I knew, it was like, yeah, that's my child. But nonetheless,
he did, because he was being real petty. He was being petty as shit. That was why, especially for that first one. That first one looks just like you. Like, there's no denying that one.
It was pettiness, but nonetheless, I'm going to make sure. But yeah, it should definitely be done. It should be mandatory blood testing, because there's so many people out there. You see it all the time on Maury, or you know, the new court show that's out.
I'm sorry, I just had a thought. I just had a thought bubble. I was gonna say, I haven't had any of my children tested, but you know, I had all my kids with the same person. Like, I was a hoe, but I was a hoe with morals. I mean, you know, just.
But now people are gonna have to start getting their, if they have done like IVF, mothers are gonna have to start testing their kids too.
Yes,
we have seen a multitude of different situations where the cells of the egg or whatever was swapped with another person's egg,
and the DNA didn't match the mom,
and the DNA didn't match the mom either. Like, yeah, no, that's crazy.
How do you give me somebody else's egg? I froze my eggs for all of these years, and you gonna give me somebody else's egg?
Like, I think that was like on private
practice. Yeah, like I think I seen that on private practice, where like this couple, like this one doctor helped this couple get pregnant, both 2 Black couples, and the one couple gave birth, and she's like, you know, the baby's just so sick, we don't know what's going on with her, and she's like, well, usually it's genetic, like this shit would be happening, but both of you guys don't carry the gene for this. You know what I'm saying? And then it came to find out, like, the daughter's not even theirs. You know, she's like, I birthed her. Like, what do you mean? And then they come to find out at the same time she was helping another couple get pregnant. And they ended up, like, think about, like, you birthed this child, and now they're like 6 to 8 months old. And you're holding your child that you've known, that you named, that you everything. And now you have to swap your baby. Like, you have to swap your baby with another person, and this is your baby. This is blood of blood, flesh of flesh, but you don't know this baby.
You don't feel like it.
You don't have that connection anymore. It's a complete disconnect. And guess what? You got to get the sick baby. Nobody wants a sick baby, but you got to get the sick baby now. And you have to learn all these things. Like, it was so weird. They're like, oh, she likes to hear this when she goes to sleep, and she only likes to eat this. And she'll, like, what? That is so crazy.
Wow, that's an interesting story that Bright Eyes put out there. Woman had a twin that she absorbed in in I guess in the beginning, and her womb was not hers. Woo. Okay.
That's crazy.
Wow. So her so the twin that she ate gave birth technically to her daughter,
Yes.
not her.
Yep. Yeah.
Yo, you know, I'm like, my
That's crazy.
sister's such a bitch. This bitch couldn't even just die with dignity after I ate that ass up in the damn uterus. Now she gonna have my child. That's karma. Like, you ate your sister. She's like, now I'm having your kid.
Yep.
Imagine you start calling your mom aunt.
Hey, auntie.
Hey, auntie. That's crazy.
Oh man.
That is bananas. That is extremely.
Oh yeah, you definitely don't fight. You.
Oh, I'm
you
about to be
definitely
rich. I'm not
Yeah.
fighting nobody.
Nah.
I'm not fighting nobody. That's a
Oh,
lawsuit for that ass.
mhm.
It's my practice now. Mm.
I mean, can we talk? I want to talk about something. What is
What?
going on with this generation out here?
Oh Lord, that's a
Candy,
loaded question.
why kids? We take them to the daggone fair yet? Yesterday. They out here fighting.
This is not sexually related at all.
I know it's not, but it's crazy out here. Why are these kids out here out here gang banging like they don't live in the suburb?
Niggas live in a gated community.
Oh, you
What
mean
are you
like
fighting
King
for?
Harris? Like King Harris?
Yes, yeah, exactly like King Harris. You live in a gated community. Your parents are upper middle class. Okay, both of your parents are in the home. What you fighting about? Like what we fighting for? Like for real? I don't understand.
Gangs can come out of nowhere because, to be honest, I learned years ago when I was a teenager, like when because my cousin would go down to Cape Cod like a lot. There was gangs in Cape Cod. My thing is, my nigga, you live on a beach in a beach house, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you live on the water. You feel me? What gangster are you doing on a boardwalk? You get
That's
what I'm saying?
literally
Like,
my question.
what is really happening right now?
Tara's parents have a real good marriage.
Literally, like, it just one pop, two pop, three pop, four.
Clarence, that's the thing.
Like,
Clarence,
I don't get it. Like, what? Like I was
look at you,
actually talking about
gangster.
this with my
His
best
real name's
friend Brittany the other day. Like, I literally said, like, speaking of like subject of like King Harris, right? I literally said, I could understand if Messiah, Ti's oldest son, or Damani, or even Deja, right? His three kids that he had by, I think, three women or two women. I think it's two women because I think two of them are brother and sister. So I could understand because, like, Damani has said in an interview, like, yeah, I go to my pop's house and, like, it's this big house. I got my own room. I got all this space. And then I go back to my mom's house where it's in this area. And, it's more conjuncted and whatever may have you. He's like, for me, it felt like it was a good balance. I could understand if any of those three came out to be hood boogers. I would understand, because guess why? 50% of the time we would at my pop's house in this mansion, and I'm rich and I'm a spoiled brat. All the time I'm with my mom and I'm not rich there. And I gotta wash my dishes. And I gotta, like, I mean, T.I. did them too for them too. But you get what I'm saying? Like, you have two different types of life. King Harris was born out of T.I. Okay, Tip already was successful. And Tiny from Escape, who's already successful. Not even that, Tiny's father was in a known musical group. So there was no struggle. You feel what I'm saying? The only, like, I mean, Tiny still struggled, but like Tip was, yeah, he used to sell stuff on the whatever, like he came from the whatever.
He did what he had to do.
He did what he had to do. But my thing is this: you weren't born like when he had Damani, he didn't have it at that time. He was just on the cusp, or when he had Messiah, he was just on the cusp of making it. You know what I'm saying? So how in the world are you born when they are at the top of their money game, living, you had nowhere else to go. You had this house, you had this mansion, you had a studio in your own house, you know, whatever. And I only know this because I watched the show. How did you end up in a situation where you a badass, light skinned ass motherfucking nigga from the suburbians of Georgia? You can tell you haven't been in the streets because your skin has no reflection of any sun in it. You know what I'm saying? That boy is lighter than light.
You got no scars.
He got no scars. That boy's lighter than light. Like, you make yourself look dirty because you have to. Like, but the thing is, if you ever watch the Hustle Family or something like that, King has been a badass motherfucking child ever since. If they didn't have no money, King was your silver cap child. You know how they always say a gold cap kid and a silver cap kid is always the worst kid? If they did have money and didn't have dental insurance, that would have been King. King was a bad behind kid for no reason. For no reason. Just a really, really awful child for no, like, absolutely no reason. And I think when T.I.'s sister died, it only got worse. Because that was the only person who calmed him down. It only got worse from there. Now this nigga's out here got guns, getting fights with people. For what? Nigga, your name is King. Shut up. Please. You can go to any college you want for free. Like, without question. You can do what you want, what you want to do in your life. And now you having a baby at 20?
Child.
Can't roll your eyes any harder.
He wants to be a hood booger so bad. And for me, I never understood. Like, and this is not even just for
you
rich
caught
people.
that too.
No, but this is it. But listen, this is not even for rich people. I honestly never understood what was the joy of being a hoodlum.
There was none.
There's nothing.
They'll all tell you it was what they had to do to survive.
What you had to do. That was literally it. Is what you had to do. You didn't run the streets for the fun of it. You ran the streets because you had nothing else. And it's like they glamorize that shit so much to where that's all these kids want to do. And it's like, you gonna fuck around and get yourself hurt trying to play gangster because you're not gangster.
Thank you, Mo. Thank you, Mo. Thank you.
Oh, Mo.
Because what is the desire to be a hood? I'm not from the damn streets. You know what I'm saying? I was born in Boston, raised in Boston, but majority of my life has been out in the suburbs. That don't mean I don't know my way, though. Let's keep it a buck. Because guess what?
I know my way.
I still had to go back in it. You know what I'm saying?
I know my way because I've always been hood adjacent.
Thank you. Hood adjacent.
I am not. I am a total suburban girl. Okay, but I've always been hood adjacent.
But this is what people forget. You can leave it and be raised in the suburb, but guess what? Your parents still take you back from time to time.
My parents took me back. My father was from Southeast DC. He made sure his kids knew the area, knew the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could navigate that shit with no problem. But that don't mean I lived there. I didn't want to be there. I just knew how to I knew my way around there.
Yes, and like, if you ask me, I could tell you the worst streets that you could ever be in Boston. I ain't nigga, Talbot Ave, the fuck. I ain't going on that motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know the places I can be at night. I know that. You know why? Because I still had grounding. So I went back to it. Hood adjacent is how you gotta be. But some of these motherfuckers ain't never touched the hood. Okay? You can walk
never been there. Don't know what the hood is. You only hear about people, you only hear that shit in songs. And so you think that's your lifestyle. And it's not.
It's, baby, if you can walk to school and walk home from school, you ain't hood. And I'm just gonna keep it a buck.
Nah.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not saying that you should, even if you live in the hood. This is why I'm saying it. Parents will not allow you to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? There's too much stuff that happens in between school and home. I need you to get home. I'm picking you up, or you taking a bus, or you doing something.
Taking the bus, like, yeah, because that was me. I had to take a bus.
You're not walking.
No.
Okay? You're not getting caught up in whatever that can happen. And it's not because anything can happen. People don't know how to shoot straight anymore. So I need you to be in a...
Hold on. They're too busy cocking it to the side.
Yes.
Trying to look cute.
Please. These people are out here losing their fucking mind.
My parents tell me bring my ass straight home from school, from the bus
Yep.
stop to the house. That's where I
Running back, pow, pow, pow. No, yeah, it's crazy out here.
Mm.
You want to be gangster, but when it comes time, you ain't manning up to it. You running. All right, cool.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like you want to be gangster until the time to be gangster is here. You know what I'm saying? Until it's time for you to back up all of the shit talking that you've been doing, and you can't do that shit now. Now you don't want to be gangster no more. When it's time to actually back up your shit, you can't do it.
Pissing on yourself and shit.
Right.
Put your ass down somewhere.
Worst street in Boston.
Worst streets in Boston are just Boston.
Shut up. Oh, I got something to say. This nigga drive through here just got something to say. Like it's like all you stay on is 95 or 495. You don't even go here. You don't even go.
Oh no. For a second, I think he had a little side piece in Boston.
You did?
Yeah, I think he had a little side piece in Boston.
Where was she from? A Roxbury, a Dorchester, Mattapan whore.
Oh, this is so enjoyable. I missed this.
And if you say Brookline, nigga, that's not Boston. Oh my goodness. Look at us, guys. It's been so long since we've been able to do this. It feels so good.
Yes.
You know. And shout out to everybody who has been keeping up in the Discord. We really do appreciate the conversations, not letting us keep the spirit down. I love the fact that you guys have kept your freaky frogness up, at all highs in the Discord. Freaky frog, it's a freaky frog. Like, I get it from Jazz, okay? Freaky frog. But yeah, the not safe. Oh, just to let y'all know, if you want to share any explicit photos, not of yourself, that is a rule. We do not share explicit photos of myself. Yes, I sent that picture of me in my sports bra, but it was a sports bra, so shut up. But do not send. Yeah, it's still. I can post it on Instagram if I wanted to. So if I can post it on Instagram, it's safe. Do not share any explicit photos of any kind in any other like Discord except for the not safe for work drop, please, because there have been instances, and there could be instances where a person's just going into the general chat. They're like, "Oh, it's safe in here," and next thing you know, there's pussy open in their phone, and someone's behind in the grocery store asking questions. You know what I'm saying?
Or they at work, like, oh shit.
Yeah, and then like they think they're safe in the general chat or whatever. So please, if you are going to share, even if you want to respond back to what someone said in the general chat, go into the not safe for work chat and then at them there, and then upload the photo and say, like, see, this is what I'm talking about. I can't, please don't do it. Please don't. Please don't. I'm stressing y'all out. Please do not do that. Okay. It's just
what we do not want to do is get anybody caught up at work. That's
exactly. And that's even like with Snapchat. We got a couple of blue lock screens. Okay. Make sure if you're watching someone's Snapchat, if you start going into another person's, if a commercial break happens in between, close it. Look to see if there's any blue lock screens. I have been caught up way too many times where there was titties ass or somebody getting their dick sucked. And I was like, whoa, I was just swiping. And now
I'm just saying that shit's on Facebook now too.
Oh, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. They just put little emojis up, try to cover things up.
Cover it up, yeah. Mm-hmm. But thank you guys so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Once again, we are new time. It's from 8 to 9, but as we can see, we got a little carried away because it's our first time being back since the summer.
It's tentatively 9 o'clock. Things may run over.
But if we go over, we go over. But tentatively 9 o'clock. So new time is 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single Sunday. Once again, it's your girl Chase to see Hayes, and matter how you say it, as long as that flavor stays in your mouth. You can follow me on TikTok at c.hayesInc. And you can also, follow me on Instagram at Candy Taste Sweet. I am one half of the greatest man and woman podcast in existence is the
Took her
vault
a
with.
minute to find that.
I had to figure it out.
He was like,
Um,
I could get this one. I could get
yeah,
it.
the vault with Chase and Duke. You can follow us on the vault and Chase and Duke on Instagram. But yeah, we're there every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I also have started a Hood Booger book club. Okay, I have started a Hood book club. I know, it's like, whoa, what are you talking about? I started a Hood book club. Okay, mind your business. I want gangsters and wife beaters and bitches and thongs. Okay, I want someone to get smutted out in every book. So on my
Well,
YouTube channel,
Royal.
No, listen, I don't know if she's prepared for the type of shit that I
okay.
read. Okay.
So I might just start like a whole book club thingy, and we might talk about it on Swipes and Giggles. I don't know the date yet. But that's, everybody's getting their first book right now, so we're just stay tuned for that. Thank you.
You need to get Royal involved with that. There you go.
I don't know if that. Listen, the type of stuff that I read is not for everybody. Okay, it's not for everybody.
Are dragons getting fucked or something? Like, what's going
No,
on?
I mean, no, it ain't that bad. But I read, so I'm sure you heard of like dark romance, right? The shit that I read is dark, like it's real dark.
Ooh, they fucking dead people.
Nah, they ain't that damn dark.
Is that not dark? Is that not dark? Is that too dark for you?
It ain't that kind of. It's not that kind of dark. Oh, Haunting Adeline was so good.
Okay, so if it's like
Haunting Adeline and Hunting
demonic,
Adeline,
if it's scary or demonic,
not scary or demonic, but like you talking like so Haunting Adeline is kind of like it's like a stalker type of thing.
Yeah, no, I just want niggas with guns and
so you want like urban hood romance.
Urban hood. I want a big
like that book you refunded yesterday.
I want a nigga looking back like this with a gun in his hand and
it wasn't even that shit.
With a big fur coat on, and they got the city in the back of them, and in cursive it's called "My Man with the Big D." You know what I'm saying? Like, I want like hood booger anthem.
I'm with what Bright Eyes is saying, where I need I need trigger warnings. Like when I'm reading the book, I need all the trigger warnings.
I want only paperback books. If it's not paperback, it's not hood enough.
See, I had that phase. Like that was my true to the game. Be more careful.
That's what I'm saying. That girl, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna be up on the couch like this when I get off of here.
The coldest winter ever. That's where it
yeah, the coldest winter. I have that book, and I have to read that. I'm not a big reader, and I think that's
you haven't read The Coldest Winter Ever.
I have it in my hands, haven't taken the time. Anyway, the point is, I like to read things that make me go, oh, like what's going on here? Like, for example, 50 Shades of Grey, right? Which we all complain about it, right? In my mind, I've read those 3 books in 2 weeks. Never have done that in my life. In my mind, Christian was black. I thought these were black people the whole damn time. I thought Anna was white. I thought Christian was black. What? You know why? Because she wrote. People are like, "Oh, how did you get black?" That nigga had gray eyes. What white person got gray eyes? I know niggas who got gray eyes. So in my head, and then she said, tall, dark, and handsome. In my mind, Italian, quote unquote, black. You know what I'm saying? She said he had low, dark hair. I call that a deep Caesar Wade. He got a fade. He got a fade.
No, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I was so enthralled with the book. I said, this nigga is crazy. Okay? I love this man. And then when the movie came out, I said, this is a white man.
Yes, there's a white man.
I was so
stunned. He's supposed to be black. She's there like,
I seen the trailer and I said, well, who the hell is this white man? I thought this was a white man. I was so mad. I really thought Christian was black. That's why I was like, ooh, my nigga doing stuff. Like, I was so upset. I thought they white casted my man. I said,
whitewash. It's called whitewash.
Justice. And that man was supposed to be white this whole time. And then he said he was adopted. Hello? Come on. What in the world? But then in the movie, I think his brother was black. He had an Asian sister. This is not how it's supposed to go.
White people adopted, okay? They adopted people. That's what happened.
That's why. Okay, the mother's name and then the mother's best friend had a white name. Was it Miss Carol? I knew they were white. I said, "Oh, this black man, fucking." Then his mama was a crackhead. I'm sorry, but that followed the black people stereotype. I just thought this man was black, but I didn't know about all that until later on.
So Bright Eyes is right.
It was I didn't know it was made after Twilight. I didn't know that. I'm just saying. In the first description of Anna, meaning Christian, it gave a description of a nigga to me. So that's what he was in my mind.
So a white description of tall, dark, and handsome is usually a guy with like with dark hair and dark features. So you're talking about like, you know, angular jaw, like 5 o'clock shadow, light eyes.
Okay, I knew it wasn't Jason Momoa, but my nigga, I thought he was a light-skinned black dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Like homie from 17 again.
No, the guy from Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, like Patrick Dempsey. Yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
Tall, dark, and handsome.
Okay, but I thought she was talking about Jackson.
Nah.
That's tall. If a white person described tall, dark, and handsome, to me, they talk with gray eyes and green eyes, they talking about Jackson Avery.
They not talking about Jackson. They not.
Yeah, they were. But
they're not talking about Avery.
Oh,
not talking about
like I said, I'm
down
for the ghetto hood rats and the ghetto baby mamas book club.
You definitely got to straighten out what I got to hear this.
Have you ever read Addicted?
Huh?
Have you read Addicted?
I just want you to know I don't read. So the fact that I'm doing this means a lot to me.
Okay, so you need to read Addicted by Zane.
Oh no, I've read Zane's book. I even read the book of Zane that it had a multitude of different stories in the Zane book. I kept it inside my
notes. Okay, so yeah, because she did a whole bunch of compilations and stuff like that. Yeah. But Addicted was where it all started.
Before I could could watch pornography because I didn't really have the phone availability to do that and stuff like that because I had the BlackBerry. And what the fuck? Nobody can search that shit up there. And then the first Galaxies and shit, they were like kind of okay, but they were like 2G at the time, now like 4. You know what I'm saying? I had that Zane book, and that airplane scene got me through some things. Okay, there was some stories in that Zane book, and I would flip through them, and I'm like, let me just read it. And every word was an extra little drip coming out of me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Taking her back to her childhood now.
Right. No, but for real, like because of the genre that she's talking about is definitely taking me back. Because I read this shit when I was like 15, 16 years old.
Why would I want BDSM in Disney? I don't need the frogs bending kind of over and giving her a spanking. What the hell?
No, it's like, is that the Bright Eyes? Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the retellings, right? Like, the retelling. What did I just read? I read a retelling of Beauty and the Beast.
It was in my mind because I like niggas. Why would I ever imagine a sexual?
Listen. I know you like niggas, okay, but I'm telling you, you gotta delve into these other categories too. I'm just saying. The reason why I like it so much
really do I have to?
I'm into because I'm into BDSM and kink and stuff like that. So I really like the dark books because the dark books push the envelope a little bit. It's like it takes smut and then it adds like CNC or like bondage or something like that. Like it adds a dark element.
Did you read this?
Jafar and Jasmine are together and Raja
is the same word.
But no, like I want, he walked into the room and she whimpered, walking backwards, his scowling brow looking under his eyes. He'd take her by the neck and bring her up to the wall and said, "Bitch, you did this shit to me." Body slams her in the bed, rips the clothes off, penetrates.
Yeah, you gonna get that. You gonna get a lot of that.
Like shit like that. I'm just like, this is getting crazy. My nigga is psycho in the bedroom. Like this is bananas.
But like, those are the best ones.
I want Fabio with locks.
She was some love type shit.
I see. You want some romance novel type of stuff.
It doesn't have to be romance. It could be romantically fucking. Like I watched there was 2 books by this gay black author. What is his name? It's like RL or something like that. I have him around here somewhere. And I watched like but one was like something
what is his name?
one was about him was in a down low relationship with a famous basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
That was really good, but he had his own job. Like he worked as like a model or so, like as a model agent or something like that, and he was dating this down low basketball player, and so he had his own life but also dealt with him, and his father didn't accept him. And then one day a woman who really wanted the basketball player
Elin Harris
hotel set
Elin Harris.
Yes. And went into the room, set up a tape, recorded them having sex, and was gonna blackmail the both of them if they didn't break up. And then there was another book that he had where it like those two, like they had stories, but the in between.
You are talking about like all of these books that you are talking about are giving me so much nostalgia. Like that was the genre I came up on. Because I had friends who were older than me, and so they're making all of these book breaks. Like, you got to read this. Have you ever read Flat Girl by Omar Tyree?
I'm going to tell you one more time.
You don't read. Okay. Read Flat Girl by Omar Tyree. Read Gangsta.
You know what?
Yeah. Okay, man, I read it.
Okay, I'm gonna text you a list of books that you should read if you want to get into this genre. So I'm gonna text you a list, and you got to read them because these books are really good.
This is why we need
Omar. Oh my gosh, I loved Omar Tyree.
Get the book club going. Do you see what I'm saying? This is why we need to bring Black women together. Okay, well, men can join too. I really don't give an ounce of a fuck, but we need to get.
I just created the book club in the chat.
Look at you! Look at you being proactive.
What'd you say?
He created a book club link in the Discord. Listen, me and Bright Eyes gonna be making some dark recommendations. I'm just letting y'all know that.
I'm not gonna be a punk bitch because I really was about to start crying, but I'm gonna hold back these tears. That meant a lot to me. It's little things. You see, you bitches, it's the little things that niggas do. You niggas need to start learning. It's the little things. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody else's man. But that's my man. That's my motherfucking man.
You know what I'm saying? I just had this conversation with somebody because it was like we were talking about marriage, right? And babe, I love you. Okay, just before I get started.
Well, she about to talk that crazy
but
shit.
We were talking about marriage, and we were talking about how, like, because I know I get on his nerves too. Okay, I know I get on his damn nerves. So I'd be like, I told my sister, I was like, it's always the little stuff. Cause, you know, like he did something special for me. I was doing something with my sister. I wasn't going to go cause I didn't have money to do it. And he was like, I'm gonna just give you money to do it because, you know, I know how you act if you don't, or how you get if you don't see your sister. And so when I told her that, she was like, oh, that was so sweet. I said, I know he be getting on my nerves. And just when I'm ready to like, he always bring me back. Like it's always something, you know, he always do something to bring me back.
It's like it's the little tiny things that like matter the most. It's the little things that you don't think that a person pays attention to or notices or what. Reading porn is you suck.
You suck. Okay, listen. You cannot
pocky them suck.
When I tell you, when I see stuff like that, I be thinking, okay, so you lack imagination. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Is that what it is?
I love it. Tell me a story.
Tell me a story.
I like a good story.
OMG. You know, and it's like it's always a mental thing because if you can stimulate my mind, then you can stimulate everything, every single part of me.
You know what I'm saying? This is why we sometimes lay us down or we can lay you down. Lay it down in the bed. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to tell you every step I'm going to do before I do it. That literally one-on-one on talking me through it. Mm-hmm. You know what? Play your sad guitar and sing yourself a song, Jesse. Okay? We don't care. We don't care. Okay? We're going to read the books, bro.
We're reading the books.
Okay? We're going to read the books.
Oh, man.
Anyways, go ahead and finish signing off.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We got sidetracked. Like
very much.
So it's your girl Royal. And you guys can find me on TikTok or IG as Royal_KP. This is my only podcast, so you can't find me nowhere else. Chay's doing big things. So we shout out to her for doing all the things that she's
Also,
doing
shout
right
out to
now.
me for doing this quick weave. First time doing a quick weave in a long time. You see what I'm
Okay,
saying?
quick
Okay.
weave.
It's your boy
Listen,
Hub
listen.
Deucer.
Listen, the black girl doing her own hair is elite. Okay, we love to see it. That's all I got to say. So,
Yes, it's your boy Hub Deucer. As Roy said, this is the only thing you gonna find me on. I don't know. It's life be life, and right now I got some other things going on. Outside of this stuff. So yeah, this is where you're gonna catch me at.
I mean, don't you got a handle or something? A TikTok, IG, something.
I got a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm never on them.
Don't do that shit.
Also, I just want to let you guys know that now that we're back doing this habitually, I don't know if Royal's gonna like that because Royal always be getting her feelings about how me and Darren be connecting. Sorry, Habducer, be connecting, and I'm like, you sure you want that back? You sure you want you look at her.
Listen. It's just like you come into my house. You just make sure you respect.
Next time I'm coming in booty shorts and a sports.
And you
know what? It's gonna be a distraction for Habducer. It's gonna be a distraction for you. Habducer's gonna be like, ha ha ha, and I'm like, ha ha, can't touch this.
I don't pay neither one of y'all asses no mind. You go ahead, come up here ass naked if you want to. It won't bother me.
Honestly, that's a lot of air. That's too much. That's a lot. That's a lot of walking with a lot of air available, and I don't feel safe.
It is a lot. That's a lot.
It's a lot of air. It's not like I would be in a hallway. I got to go from there through the family room, through the kitchen, through the entrance, through the. Do you see how much walking is involved with? Nah, too much air. There is too much air going on. Skin flapping on each other.
You make it seem like I got a mansion.
Man, I jumped in the air the other day. My stomach clapped my thighs. I was like, you know what? Maybe we need to lose weight. Maybe it's time. I don't want. I want my booty cheeks to clap, not my stomach to have a round of applause. I'm over
it. Listen. Speaking of that, I've been in the gym, y'all. So I don't know if you can tell, but I have on gym clothes right now. But yes. I am down 36 pounds.
Look at you. You about to get a big booty too.
Listen, and I want it. Yeah. You understand me? I want it. I need my booty to stomach ratio to change in favor of my booty.
That's every day, Habduce is grabbing that ass. I can feel you, shorty. You getting a little thick back there. Getting a little thick. Oh, before we go off, can I tell y'all real quick? I was on TikTok and I seen a live. Now, I don't know if studs have their own sorority.
Mm-hmm. So what, child?
Like a sorority and a frat together? A frat? Like I think I don't know if they have a frat, but I seen this event and it was a bunch of studs, right? Okay, cool, whatever. One of the studs.
Was this a what's your stud name thing?
To answer your question, Bright Eyes, I'll hop in there for a second.
One of the studs, okay, had on the, like, you know how you have like the button up shirt and you have the suspenders and you have like the nice pants, you know, whatever, right? This bitch was thicker than peanut butter inside of oatmeal with a Snickers bar in the freezer for about 8 months. That bitch was thick as the fuck. I'm telling you, thick, like shorty, like you literally could just go and your hand is still going. It's still going. Like, I mean, and then when she turned to the front, I said, girl, you had to fight for your stud position. Because ain't no way you walking around here looking better than any baddie. Girl, Buffy the Body could never talk to you. Straight up. Like, shorty was bad. And she had like a nice little shape. I said, girl, I know when you take the book bag and you take that strap out, that her cheeks ain't the only thing clapping. Okay, I know that for sure. Okay, because there's no way, bro. I almost like, and I'm not saying like, I don't like to say like it's what a waste, you know, because you know how some ignorant people say like, oh, you're wasting your body. But I'm saying, if that girl was to wear a maxi dress, the internet would be over, breaking it. I was looking at her and I said, I want that. Like,
Oh,
why
no.
can't I have that? I want that body. I want her hips from the front. Why can't I have
Right.
that? Let's trade. You can get away with this. This is a whole nigga body. Okay? I just wear it well. But you can have this. Let me have that one. She had no stomach either, no arms. I said,
Oh, not the.
like she had the good big body. I said, that is not fair. It's not fair. Well, that's all I got.
All right, we're gonna say goodnight one more time, y'all, because this is like the third time. It's 9:53.
Good night,
And I
guys.
get up at
Have
4
a good
a.m.
night,
So
sleepies. Make sure you nut and
good
call my
night.
name out when you do it.
Nice. Good night. Thank you guys for joining us. We will see y'all next week, same time, same channel.
Yeah.
Good night.